episode of The Follow-Up. I'm Eden, and this is my dad, Noah. And for a while now, we've just been sitting in my bed and having a conversation about something we want to talk about. And this week, we're going to talk about just playing basketball.
For a while now?
I
mean, years.
Yeah, like almost 4.
Almost 4 years.
How many episodes are we up to?
This, I believe, is either episode 189 or 190.
Okay, so we're only 10 or 11 away from 200.
Yep, we've been doing this ever since April of 2020 when the pandemic hit and you asked if we could do this together
On
because
video.
because I had done a podcast for a while myself and then you were a guest, etc. So anyway.
And I asked to do it on video, so
yeah.
Here we are now.
And here we are. And we just got back from shooting hoops.
Yep.
And we thought, well, that's it. Definitely talk about it because we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Here in New York, it's a little different than like where Mom and I grew up. I just went across the street. There was a basketball hoop on the Wiener's driveway,
or you had the basketball, the one you could just the basketball hoop in the driveway.
Well, that was the little one.
No, I know.
The tiny one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then across the street, there's I remember when Carol put in the hoop, and it was really for me. I think for Stacy too, but our neighbors. But I was over there all the time just playing basketball. And here in New York City, it's a little bit different. We go down the street. There's some hoops, and then we found one around the corner too. But you rarely get the opportunity where to just shoot yourself.
And we found like a hidden court, so
yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah. So what do you like about just going out there and shooting hoops?
I think it's shooting hoops, like just playing basketball. It's a great way to work on coordination and everything. But it's also just like when you're out there, you're just playing. It's fun. It just like takes your mind away from so many other things. And it's just like it's a great way just to relax.
Yeah, you say that a lot about like things that you really enjoy, like dancing or reading or shooting hoops or doing some other things where you say like it allows me to escape. My head just goes somewhere else, which is good when you're dealing with, stress and pressure of being a kid, something we talked about on the podcast last week, and we appreciate all the got a bunch of really nice texts and emails from last week's conversation. So having something like this outside where you can just go out there and run around and do it by yourself or do it with other people,
like you,
or we do it together, it's really nice. And that's something I used to do as a kid too. I used to play 5-on-5 myself and broadcast the game because that's what I wanted to do is when I got older and pretend like I was all 5 players broadcasting the game, going to commercial, taking a break, all that stuff. It is. And I'm so glad that we get to do it together and, work on things but have fun. Like today's game was fun.
We did 2 games. So first, the game was where you had to sit in a chair and then you had to like bounce pass it to the other person.
Right, we're sitting in chairs across from each other.
We had to 237 bounce passes.
Yeah, and we're just bouncing it back to each other.
1 hand, 2 hand. Yeah.
Yeah, that
impressive.
was cool. Mm-hmm.
And then the other game we did was where you have to try and distract the other person while they're shooting, which is really fun. And you had to come up with all sorts of things. My distractions, though, were so much better than yours.
I don't know. I mean,
you missed like every single shot.
You got 3 shots every time.
Yes, but he missed like every single time.
And I would say in the beginning, as you would go up to shoot, and I would go or sneeze or like blowing your ear or saying your shoe's untied.
Well, the trick is to go up first, make it look like you are, because then I can see what you do.
Yeah, but then I have to time it and to where it looks like you're not just gonna fake it.
Right.
And the one that really had you laugh is when I got you and I went like that and that, yeah. But yours were a lot of singing, a lot of
dancing.
Yeah, and I guess you impacted me. I didn't shoot very well, but I guess you impacted me.
I made I impacted you a lot because you had to close your eyes and shoot so you could focus more.
I did. I almost made one like that. I did. I hit the front rim.
I know.
Come on.
That was a bad throw.
All right. So playing basketball, you play in a clinic in the when is that?
Fall and spring.
Fall and spring. Okay. Please don't put your finger in your mouth. Fall and spring. So what do you like about the clinic itself?
I think it's fun. It's not a team, which I like. It's just where you can just play and get better. Because there is a team you can do, but it's a lot of commitment. It's like 3 practices, I think, a week. Or it's a lot of practices. They're late at night. I think they were like 7:30 or something. Or maybe they end at 7:30 or something. But it's like
yeah, you have to decide. Right. Well, you have.
For me, at least, I already have homework, and I have to just hang out.
You know what you can handle.
Yeah.
And what's worth that time to you. Yeah. And so this one is an hour and a half on Saturdays, and it's a really nice gym, and it's all girls.
Yeah.
Which is fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think? What do you think that you hope for this spring when you do it that you get better at? And it can be a few things.
I want to. Sometimes when we run mini scrimmages, I want to get better at when someone's making moves when someone's guarding me.
When someone's guarding you.
Yeah.
So you want to get better at making moves when someone's guarding you.
And also when I'm dribbling, not stopping or anything, just dribbling, keeping your head up, be confident where you're going.
Yeah. And I think at your age, if you can, one, keep your dribble, because most people just, when someone comes up to guard, and they pick up the ball, and then they're stuck. Like, once you pick up the ball, you're stuck. And especially since the two of us, when I was your age and you are now, we were smaller than everybody.
Yeah.
As soon as you stop, then all of a sudden 3 people are around you, and they're all taller, and you have nowhere to go. It's like you're in a forest, and you've got all these trees around you. You're like, I'm lost. So if you can keep your dribble, but also when someone comes up, if you can be aggressive, just going to the basket, and if you're confident in your dribbling, that'll help. Yes. But just like anything else, it does take work. You can't expect to be that much better if you don't practice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to like playing. Yeah, I used to play with Grandpa a lot. Yeah, we used to shoot hoops a lot when he would get home from work, and then play in local leagues and things. Mm-hmm. And that was always the most fun. Because it took me a long time to beat him in horse. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I still
can't beat you in pig.
No, I don't know if you ever will be able to beat me. Well, maybe. I mean, that could be a goal.
I think I can.
Never gonna let you win. That's for sure.
Why can't I just use my distractions?
That's true.
Never said I couldn't.
Right, you could do that. It's gonna require you to make some shots.
Ooh.
I still remember I still remember the hoop that I beat Grandpop on in horse for the first time. Remember where I was? It was our neighbors, 2 houses away, and beat on, and it was on the first hoop. If he watches this, he's gonna say, "How does he remember that?" And then Grandma might say, "Oh, I wrote it down in the baby book." Like, yeah, I have it. Probably. I think I might have been, I don't know, maybe like 11. Oh, what about just how about you describe for me the scene at the court where we first started today that has the one hoop and then there's a full court where they play.
What do you mean describe?
Describe the scene, what's going on, what's going on all around us while we're there.
Well, there's this court, there's a big court that has one hoop on either
full court,
side,
yeah.
full court. A lot of people just playing game, very crazy, chaotic.
I don't think that was chaotic. It was just people playing pickup basketball.
But it's there were a lot of people, a lot of moving parts, a lot of
Well, it's a basketball game. Yeah, a lot of moving parts. Yeah, there are 10 people running around.
What was that?
No, on the court at one time.
There were 12 there.
No, on the court at one time there were 10 people.
Well, I know. But
yeah.
I think they were.
But then there were some other people off to the side.
Whatever. But then there were at our court. It's gravel
Mhm.
and just one hoop.
Asphalt.
Asphalt, yeah.
Mhm.
Just one hoop. The what do you call it?
The key.
The key.
Mhm.
Foul line,
Mhm.
and that's it.
Yeah, and when we were there today, there was this other guy there who looked to be the dad of these two other boys, and I said to you, like, he talked about chaotic. Like, I don't. He said he'd never played basketball before.
Yeah.
And so I don't think he understood what it was like to be shooting with somebody else there. It's usually you shoot one, the other person shoots one or two, and I think his thought was, I need to throw it off the backboard as hard as possible all the time. Like that he thought. I think he thought that he had to hit the backboard for it to go in, and like I thought he was going to break the thing. That was a bit chaotic. And then there was, and like in New York City, you gotta, you put your backpack down. You gotta, always like looking over your shoulder, making sure the backpack's still there. Then there was that one guy who came in, and like he was smoking marijuana, and he had like a winter coat on, and then sandals. Like he was obviously on drugs, and so keep your eye on that guy. So you can't always just be like, I'm lost in my thoughts looking at you.
No.
But then when we went over to the other court, it was more fenced in.
It was totally fenced in.
Yeah, then you could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chalk it up to living in New York. All right, I love you, Bob.
Love you.